The word mafia conjures up images from movies, dark suits, secret meetings, and a world with its own brutal laws. But behind the Hollywood myth is a real dangerous organization, the Sicilian Mafia, or Cosa Nostra, Italian for our thing. This secretive brotherhood acts as a parallel state, with its own laws and justice, thriving where the official state is weak or corrupt. Cosa Nostra's story is one of power, tradition, and violence, shaping Italy and organized crime worldwide. Its influence stretches from Sicilian villages to global cities, infiltrating politics, business, and daily life. Welcome to the world of Cosa Nostra. Cosa Nostra's roots lie in 19th century Sicily, a land left lawless after Italian unification. The state was weak. Landowners needed protection for their valuable lemon and orange groves. Local strongmen and estate managers stepped in, offering violent justice for a fee. The protectors were also the predators, using fear to control the countryside. The word mafia first described pride and boldness, but soon became linked to these criminal groups. Early mafia clans, or cosche, rigged elections, intimidated witnesses, and built a shadow government. The state was seen as an enemy to be resisted and exploited. This suspicion of authority became central to mafia culture, winning support from locals. By the early 20th century, scattered groups evolved into a structured, interconnected network. Rituals, rules, and hierarchy emerged. The birth of Cosa Nostra as a secret brotherhood. It became a state within a state, with the power to tax, judge, and kill. Its deep connection to the land and people fueled its expansion far beyond Sicily. The criminal empire was born. Cosa Nostra is built for secrecy and control, a pyramid of power. At the base are associates, corrupt businessmen, politicians, and low-level criminals. Above them are soldiers or soldati, initiated members sworn to loyalty. Soldiers form crews, led by captains, who report to the family boss. Each family, or cosca, controls a territory. The boss rules with help from an underboss and consigliere. The organization's true size is a mystery, but at its peak, thousands of men of honor operated in Sicily. Today, numbers are lower due to state crackdowns and informants, but Cosa Nostra remains resilient. Recruitment is harder, many bosses are in prison, but several thousand core members are still active. The Mafia adapts, staying powerful and threatening even as it becomes less visible. Its criminal networks continue to operate, evolving with the times. The structure ensures loyalty, secrecy, and survival. Cosa Nostra's pyramid remains unbroken. Its shadow endures. To join Cosa Nostra is to accept a strict, unwritten code, enforced by death. The most sacred rule is omertà, absolute silence. Cooperating with authorities is the ultimate betrayal. Loyalty to the Mafia comes before family. Members must always be available, even for violence. Obedience to superiors is mandatory. Questioning orders is a grave offense. Honesty among members is crucial. Lying breeds distrust and weakens the family. Strict rules govern personal conduct. Never desire another member's wife. Never associate with police. These rules protect the family from infiltration and internal conflict. The 10 Commandments, found in a captured boss's notes, summarize these laws. Avoid police. Answer Cosa Nostra's call. Never steal from other members. Breaking the code is treason. Punished swiftly and finally. This internal discipline is the glue that holds the brotherhood together. The Mafia's rules are its lifeblood. They ensure unity, secrecy, and survival. In Cosa Nostra, the code is everything. Cosa Nostra's main goal is profit, achieved through a vast array of crimes. Extortion, or pizzo, forces businesses to pay for protection or face violence. The Mafia's grip on territory is enforced through fear and regular payments. In the 1970s, Cosa Nostra became a major player in the global heroin trade, earning billions through the pizza connection. Drug profits made the organization richer and more violent. Money laundering is essential. Criminal cash is funneled through restaurants, real estate, and construction to appear legitimate. This economic power lets the mafia infiltrate the legal economy and gain influence. Other rackets include loan sharking, illegal gambling, prostitution, and public contracts fraud. Violence is always a tool. Murder eliminates rivals, punishes traitors, and intimidates the public. Every crime fuels the mafia's power and wealth. Cosa Nostra is a criminal empire with many faces. Violence is the foundation of Cosa Nostra's power, the language everyone understands. The mafia enforces its rules and territory through fear, both inside and outside its ranks. Every murder has a purpose: eliminating rivals, punishing betrayal, or sending a message to the state. In the 1980s and early 1990s, Cosa Nostra waged war on the Italian state, assassinating judges and officials. The 1992 bombings that killed Judges Falcone and Borsellino shocked Italy and triggered a massive crackdown. Even without spectacular attacks, the mafia uses subtle violence, like Lupara Bianca, where victims simply disappear. This creates terror and uncertainty, silencing communities. Violence is used to enforce omertà and maintain control. The threat is constant, even when not visible. The mafia's history is written in blood. Its power comes from the ability to instill fear. Violence is both a weapon and a warning. In Cosa Nostra, violence is business. Cosa Nostra's story spread beyond Sicily with Italian immigrants to America. In cities like New York and Chicago, the mafia offered protection and justice where police failed. The American mafia, also called Cosa Nostra, mirrored its Sicilian roots, structured in families controlling territories. Prohibition in the 1920s fueled their rise, with figures like Al Capone and Lucky Luciano building empires on bootlegging and gambling. The American mafia became more multi-ethnic and focused on urban rackets and labor unions. After World War II, they controlled casinos and formed a national commission to coordinate activities. The American and Sicilian mafias collaborated on heroin trafficking, but aggressive FBI prosecutions weakened the US families. Today, the American mafia is a shadow of its former self, while the Sicilian Cosa Nostra remains more resilient. The mafia's influence crossed oceans, but its heart remains in Sicily. Its legacy endures on both sides of the Atlantic. Cosa Nostra has survived by adapting. After the bloody wars of the 1990s, it shifted from open violence to invisibility, operating quietly in the shadows. The new strategy, submersion. Corruption replaces car bombs. Bribery is more effective than murder. The mafia now infiltrates the legal economy, waste management, energy, healthcare, profiting with less risk. Today's mafiosi use encrypted apps and cybercrime, laundering money, and managing global operations online. Despite modernization, core values remain: omertà, loyalty, and intimidation. Initiation rituals and family structure persist. Extortion is still fundamental in Sicily. Cosa Nostra is now a hybrid, part modern criminal enterprise, part ancient brotherhood. Its ability to blend old and new ensures its survival. The mafia evolves, but its essence endures. In 2026, Cosa Nostra is both invisible and ever-present. Adaptation is its greatest weapon. In 2026, Cosa Nostra remains a threat, quieter but deeply embedded in society. Open warfare is gone. Invisibility is now its weapon. By infiltrating the legal economy and politics, the mafia is harder to root out. The Italian state has struck back, arresting bosses, using informants, and breaking omertà. Civil society movements like Addio Pizzo encourage resistance and challenge mafia power from the ground up. Yet, poverty, unemployment, and distrust of the state still create fertile ground for recruitment. The mafia's wealth allows it to corrupt and protect itself. Cosa Nostra has survived wars, crackdowns, and social change. Its core purpose, power and wealth through crime, remains unchanged. The shadow of our thing still looms over Sicily and beyond. The fight is generational, demanding vigilance and courage.